Now let's go and build our project. Let's click on new item. Give the name project 1. Select as a freestyle project. Click on OK. As you know, this application is available on GitHub. Let's copy the code. Now let's give the description. Address book application. Select the discard all bits. You can give it maximize as for 30 days and maximum builds to keep is 2, right? And this is a source code management is our get. So we are going to provide the URL for the same. As this is a public repository, you don't need to provide the credentials, and you can cross check whether it's available on the master branch. So you can see it's available on the master branch. So we are good to go till here. So moreover, so if you are making it periodically, or you are just making sure it should be triggered automatically, or where from any remotely, so you have to choose the things accordingly. Now before deleting workspace is like you have to removing the cache. Select this. Now in the build steps, you have to invoke top level Maven command as we did into the last lecture. Click on Maven. Now the first command is going to be our compile. Then we can directly jump to the package command. This is going to create a war package. Now click on save and see whether a project is working till here fine or not. So as you can see, the project is building and it is taking time. Now project has been successfully built. Now let's work on the main section of this project, which is your publish over SSH part. Go to your dashboard. Go to the manage Jenkins. Now in the system part, select the system. Search for publish over SSH. This is the section you need to work upon. So let's start by adding a server. Give it a random name, Tomcat server. It doesn't make any difference whether the name is similar to your EC2 instance or not. You can give any name. The host name. If your both instances are available into the same VPC and in the same subnet, then you can give the private IP. If they are available into the different VPCs or different subnets, then you have to provide the public IP. So for the usage, we are going to use public IP for the same. So this is the public IP of my Tomcat server. I'm going to copy the Tomcat server's IP, paste into the host name. The username is a user that we are using, EC2 user. The remote directory is the directory which is where we are gonna save the artifact, which is your war package. So the war package or the applications are saved into the web apps of the Tomcat. Let's get the path of it. So let's starting. So we are in, let's move to the Apache folder. Now in the Apache folder, there is a section of web apps. CD web apps. Now just write out pwd, present working directory, copy the path. Copy the path. Now paste into the remote directory. Now in the advanced section, select the use password authentication or a different key. Provide your private key of the instance in order to do the SSH. As you know, this is publish over SSH, you require private key for the working. So when you created the instance, a private key was generated. So let me copy paste my private key. This is my private key for the working. So copy the entire private key out here directly. After copying the private key, leave the everything same as default. Now test configuration. It should come as success. If it is not coming success, there is any issue into the configuration side. Let me show you that part also. If my path of the repository is wrong and I click on test configuration, it is gonna give me error. So make sure your path is right. So before saving, make sure it is always a success. Now click on save. Now go to our project, go to our configure section. Now we have to send the artifacts over SSH. Go to the post build action, send build artifacts over SSH. The Tomcat server name already come, which is the name of our publish over SSH dashboard. Let me show you that also. Go to the manage Jenkins, system, publish over SSH, Tomcat server. So this is the exact name that is coming in. So as I told you, the file war package are created into your workspaces. So let's open the application that we built till Maven right now. In the workspaces, we can see in the target, your war package is created. So we can specify the path accordingly. Let me just provide the path, which is your target address book 2.0.war. Remove prefix. In order to copy it, you just require address books to be copied out. So target should be removed. And you have provided the path of remote directory in the same in the publish over SSH part. You can check the path again. Go to the manage Jenkins. Go to the system. Search again. You have provided the remote directory out here. So you won't be requiring to provide the details now. So either you have to provide the source files, you have provided the source file, then it's perfectly fine. Now click on save. Now build the project once again. So as you can see, project is building out. We can go to the logs, click on the console output. Now as you can see, it is a success. Transferred file 1. We can confirm the same thing from the Tomcat server. So as you can see, ls, our address book application is now available. In order to confirm, ls-ll. So you can check the timing. It just now pasted out, right? So now let's go to our bin and start our Tomcat server. So Tomcat has been started. So you must be knowing how to check the path of it. As you know, it works on the 8080, right? But in order to get the application, you have to provide the war package name also, and make sure it is HTTP, not HTTPS, right? Provide the path complete address book -2.0. So you can see our project is visible now. This is the way of end-to-end deployment. So what we have achieved in this, so we got two servers. One is Jenkins server, the second one is your Tomcat server. So on Jenkins server, we built the application using Maven and we deployed it on the Tomcat server, which already had Java and Tomcat installed using the plugin publish over SSH. What does the publish over SSH do? It transfers the artifacts we created of the war file into the Tomcat server. So first of all, we installed Java and Tomcat on your Tomcat server. Then on the Jenkins, we made major configurations at first installing the plugin, which is your publish over SSH. Now it is gonna be available in your installed publish over SSH. And the second part is making the system configuration of publish over SSH, adding the server details. In the server details, the first is random name, then the public IP, then the username, then the remote directory of the Tomcat where it is gonna be sending the files. And in the advanced, we are providing the private key for the working. Right? Till here, it's fine. Now moving towards our job. In the job, what we are achieving, first of all, we are building the application, right, using the Maven. It's available in our GitHub, so we are providing the GitHub URL. And using the build steps, we are creating a package. Package is getting saved in our workspace. In the workspace target, this package is getting created, and after that we are sending the artifacts in the post build action, send build artifacts over SSH. We are choosing the path, giving the source file, which is your war package, and your remote directory is saved into your system configuration. So, and for accessing the path, we are using first of all IP 8080, then the package name. This is how you have to build end-to-end deployment of a Java based application over publish over SSH in Tomcat. This is gonna be one major working that you are gonna be seeing into the industrial area. Thanks a lot.